up, everybody? I thought this was pretty funny. Let's turn it up a notch. Send in the murder hornets. Shout out to a lot of the preachers that are on YouTube that consistently preach doom and gloom. This particular meme is for you. I promise you. No, I'm not mocking. No, I'm not. But some things we gotta laugh at because I do believe that. Well, I don't believe. I know for a fact that if you could laugh at something, you're in really good shape because laughter, it it's healing. You release good cells in your body when you laugh. Okay, laughing is a wonderful thing to do. And when I saw this meme, I was like, oh, that ain't right. How the heck somebody gonna draw? No, what? Let's turn it up a notch. Send in the murder hornets. And that's what's happening right now. The murder hornets are coming to America. And I don't know what else to tell you besides we're in for a nice treat. It sounds like this summer. I'm gonna read, actually. I'm gonna read something from let me read. I'll read a little bit from the Los Angeles Times. This is May 8th. Alright, that's today. We're going in at this was done at 12:39. Because I think these killer bees are supposed to be going to Los Angeles first too. People, get a grip. Yes, the Asian giant hornet, now famously known as the murder hornet, is one huge, scary wasp capable of decimating an entire colony of honeybees and savagely stinging and possibly killing humans who get in their way. Who wrote this article? Somebody named Jeanette. But since last week, when it was reported that the two hornets were spotted for the first time in Washington state, the national panic has led to the needless slaughter of native wasps and bees, beneficial insects whose populations are already threatened, said Doug Yaniga, senior museum scientist for the Department of Entomology and UC Riverside. Bees, for one, are the planet's pollinators in chief, pollinating approximately 75% of the fruit, nuts, and vegetables grown in the United States, according to the U.S. Department of Agriculture. Millions and millions of innocent native insects are going to die as a result of this, Yaniga said today. Folks in China, Korea, and Japan have lived side by side with these hornets for hundreds of years, and it has not caused the collapse of human society there. My colleagues in Japan, China, and Korea are just rolling their eyes in disbelief at what kind of snowflakes we are. Opinion or not, it sounds real. We'll read a little bit more here. The worries started on May 2nd after the New York Times reported that a beekeeper in Custer, Washington found an entire hive of his bees destroyed. And actually, I know somebody that has a beekeeper over there. Anyway, in November 2019, their heads ripped off their bodies. That's interesting. I remember a guy telling me something about this. I wonder if that's his. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I remember a guy telling me about this. I wonder if it's him. Anyway, I'm gonna read some more. He said that a guy told me, he said something like this happened. He suspected it to be a bear, but he said not, or something, not a bear, but something. But anyway, I'm gonna read. Then 2 Asian giant hornets were found near Blaine, just a few miles north, near the U.S.-Canadian border. One of the hornets was found dead on a porch. The other reportedly flew away into the woods, Yanniga said. And since then, Washington entomologists have been on the lookout, encouraging residents to set out traps. Wait a minute. The entomologist is telling people to set out traps for the hornets so the authorities can find and destroy any nests before they can grow. They ain't gonna set up no traps. They're gonna try to kill them. Come on, man. Come on. But on one note, they're encouraging people not to kill the bees, but on another note, they're encouraging people to trap the bees, and so that they can determine whether or not it isn't kill them. That's asking a bit much there, especially in a day where I could just get a nice can of wasp spray and spray that motherfucker the second I see him. Anyway, queens are the biggest of the world's biggest hornets. They can grow up to 2 inches from their cartoonish Spider-Man type face with vicious mandibles. Who writes this stuff? To their quarter-inch long stinger to their quarter-inch long stinger that can puncture heavy clothing, they hibernate, Yanniga said, so scientists speculate that at least 2 hornet queens hitched a ride on the New World ride to the New World. Could that be hitched a ride to the New World Order? I mean, they have this. Is that what this is? Is the United States the New World? It says on a cargo ship. I don't know. The first time, I guess it is. Anyway, the first time it's known to have happened in over a century of significant maritime commerce between Vancouver and Southeast Asia. Alright, well, but it says, I'll read one more paragraph. Asian giant hornets are native to Southeast Asia. We already know that. I had a feeling they were going to repeat themselves, okay? It says, unlike honeybees, queens create their first nests by themselves, he said, feeding their larvae until they hatch and become a little worker force. Alright, so we're going to end it there. How can I put this? First of all, give out quite a bit of information pertaining to the bees. If you're allergic to bees, then you definitely want to keep this information close and dear to your heart. And it's speed while I was talking. One thing that people get to me these days is that there's no empathy anymore. A lot of narcissistic behavior these days where people just they grandstand. They talk about numbers. They talk about the size, the numbers. They talk about how Spider-Man and all of these other things. What about the people that are allergic to the bees? What kind of precautions can they be taking right now, if anything? Should they be worried? What about the population? How long does it take for them to grow and and actually invade an entire area? They just consistently talked about the baby part of it, which is, the beekeeper's bees got attacked. We already know that. Alright, so there's some key points that are missing here. You'll have to go dig further for the truth, because I'm going to just leave them right here. I think that is pretty funny that the bees are out here. It shows that God ain't playing. Alright? That's what it shows. It shows that he ain't playing, that he is for real. So real quick, Wu-Tang Clan right here. They cracked me up. Cause I was like, man, what they talking about Killer Bees? Only Killer Bees I know is Wu-Tang Clan. Straight from the song for the songs I bust this Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing. Well, anyway, um, oh, I'm gonna give it to you without trivia. But like cocaine straight from the believer. My hip hop will rock the shock the nation. I give you a massive. Killer Bees on attack. Where are you? My Killer Bees, are you with me? Where you at? Ba 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 ba. Killer Bees on attack. Here I go. Heat tight flow. Jocko stove can never get this low. Anyway, you get where I'm coming from. Alright. If you're a fan of the Wu-Tang Clan, like me, like I was back in the day, alright? Now I put that behind me. But, back in the day, I was a fan of it. Never did anything that they promoted in the music. But I was a fan because that was the music of the younger generation back in those days. Unfortunately, we were fed lyrics that were garbage. I learned that now. When I say lyrics that are garbage, they're good lyricists. However, when you get to the meaning of the words, they're horrible. It's really crummy music, especially in a time right now where we're quarantined. The last thing I try to do is think about killing my brother. So, but anyway, weird music that we're fed consistently, isn't it? But anyway, I digress. So, Killer Bees, real quick, as you see, you got Wu-Tang Clan, Killer Bees, all in one area right here. Right there, there it is. You also have Wu, the Wu as in Wu-Tang, W-U. You can also put that as in Wuhan, China, the Wuhan China bug, or the coronavirus. Okay. We could go into we could go to a lot of woos in hip hop that connect us to this moment. It's almost as though, I'm going to put it to you like this real quick. The reason God has his hands on these things because they're all interwoven and interconnected. And these things that are coincidences are actually like God incidences. God has his fingerprint on the things that are have it, that when things are in common. Some people are going to try to say, oh, this is Illuminati, this is some type of Masonic ritual or something. No, this is God, man. And this is the way he talks. He talks like this even in your life. One thing that most of the YouTube channels that I know that I love is dear to my heart. One thing I would say about all of them, one law that they don't understand about life too, which unfortunately I'm going to have to go that route to better everybody's YouTube channel, is number one, whatever you resist persists. Alright, that's number one. I'll say that again. Whatever you resist, if you're trying to get away from something, it's gonna persist. It's gonna keep coming at you in your life. Now you can't consistently ignore whatever you're trying to resist. You got to take the necessary precautions and the necessary behavior to mitigate those hazards. However, you cannot consistently resist it. You have to just overcome it. That's number one. And most people don't know how to overcome their challenges that they're faced with on YouTube. I would say 90% of the channels, they don't know how to overcome it. They look at the issue and look at the situation and say, well, God will fix it, but if you could pick up the pencil and write, then you should be able to fix it. So the other thing real quick is that whatever you focus on gets bigger. Whatever you focus on, it's going to get bigger. Alright? So, thanks for watching. I'm out of time for now. I love each and every one of you. Stay tuned. More videos to come. And I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.